We're grateful that you join us for the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. I'm Umaru Sandamado. We start off with the New Patriotic Party, and the party's newly elected flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, says he's encouraged by his performance in the 2026 presidential primaries, describing it as an improvement over his showing in 2023. According to him, the outcome reflects stronger nationwide support compared to the previous contest. Dr. Bawumia, who emerged victorious in a keenly contested primary against 4 other candidates to represent the NPP in the 2028 presidential election, made these remarks while receiving party executives and supporters at his residence at Chado in Accra. More details in the following report.
It is 2 days after Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia retained his position as the New Patriotic Party's flag bearer, emerging victorious in a fiercely contested presidential primary. Since the declaration of the results, his residence at Chado in Accra has become a hub of political activity, with a steady stream of party officials, supporters and well-wishers visiting to congratulate him and pledge their support. Among the notable visitors were some of his former contenders in the primaries, including Kpandai Japan and Dr. Yawose Duchu, who separately paid courtesy calls on Dr. Bawumia. Both men congratulated him on his victory and publicly expressed their readiness to support his candidature ahead of the 2028 general elections. Dr. Bawumia, who secured 56.48% of total valid votes, warmly received his visitors and emphasized the need for unity, teamwork and collective sacrifice, noting that only a united New Patriotic Party can successfully regain power in 2028.
Fundamentally, if you solve that internal problem, you are on your way to victory. Because if 2.1 million people had voted, we would have won. That is it. So it will be 3/4 of the way there at least if we solve the internal problem and bring the party together. I'm going to be very open-minded, open-hearted, and open-armed. I'll bring everybody, even all those who were insulted.
Assessing his performance, Dr. Bawumia expressed satisfaction with his showing in Saturday's primary, citing the improved nationwide results as a positive sign for the party going forward.
I'm happier about this result than I was about 2020. If you look at the data qualitatively, this is a superior result than 2020, qualitative. Because we've won more constituencies than we did last. 100% Western North, so many places, with smaller had Ono, half Ono East, 100% all those seats. Ashanti 45 out of 47, massive.
In a related development, the Minority Caucus in Parliament, led by Minority Leader Alexander Panyamakin, also paid a courtesy call on the flag bearer at his residence.
I'm with the flag bearer of our party, and our commitment as a caucus is to him. It is Parliament that is going to carry his vision and advocate same on the House floor. As the leader of the caucus, my loyalty to the party's cause and our flag bearer is unsoiled.
Let's stay with the New Patriotic Party and its presidential primaries, because political watchers have applauded the inroads made by Dr. Brian Achampong, one of the flag bearer aspirants. The former Minister for Food and Agriculture secured 36,303 votes, equivalent to 18.53%. Let's speak to a member of his campaign team and MP from Prioso Davis Okwansa now. He's joining us. Let me go and have a quick engagement with OBK. You're welcome to Channel 1 Newsroom.
Thank you, Maru. I hope you are doing well.
And well, first of all, congratulations, not because you won, but because you showed up from quote and unquote nowhere and you did so well. I mean, considering that you came to meet other candidates in there, at least Kpandai Japan had been in that race before your candidate emerged. How has your own campaign team received the declaration of the results as they showed up on Saturday?
Well, first, I think we were disappointed that we did not emerge victorious. But that said, as Democrats as we are, we have accepted the results in good faith. We've done our assessment, and we strongly believe that the MPP, as we have it now, with Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia as his flag bearer, is ready and to wrestle power in 2028. And so we are fully committed to the agenda of securing political power in 2028. And Dr. Brian Champon has indicated at the party office his readiness and willingness to join the campaign and to help Bawumia secure the victory.
So what is going to be his key role moving forward, the man you supported, your colleague and brother and boss?
Oh, already we are all parliamentarians, first of all. And we have a solemn duty as parliamentarians to continue to drum home the issues. He is the ranking member on the security and intelligence. He is also a key member of the Agric committee. And so from Parliament, you'll be seeing more of Dr. Brian Champon in Parliament. As to his role in the campaign, I think that will be fashioned out by the campaign team of Dr. Bawumia. But like we said, he is ready and willing to work harder collectively to ensure victory in 2028.
Some people say the votes he garnered, even though he didn't come up second, he did so well that he may actually have a seat at the table and actually has a bargaining power. What does he intend to do with the votes he chalked and the importance that he garnered over the weekend from the election results?
Well, I really do not see how the votes can help him or can help him secure a seat at the table. There's somebody who sought to lead the MPP into the 2028 elections. At the end, we secured some 18.3 or so % of the votes. And he has indicated his readiness to, in fact, this morning he held a meeting at his campaign office. He's instructed all campaign team members to quickly join the campaign of Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. And we are all excited and in readiness to do as he has directed. And so it is not really about having a seat at the table. It's about the readiness to help secure victory. And for that, you don't need to play the big boss to be able to achieve that. I'm sure that if they were to ask Brian Champon to even lead his constituency alone, Brian is ready to do that. And so we look forward to what the campaign will direct and how he's able to integrate into the whole campaign structure.
What about the members of the campaign, yourself, the other persons who broke ranks and decided to support him?
Nobody broke ranks. Our party is a party of choice. Our party is a very democratic one. Since 1992, there has always been a selection process. I'm serving my term as a two-term member of parliament. I've gone through competitive elections. And people who contest me are not enemies in my constituency. And I'm not too sure anybody will see anybody who supported Brian or any other person aside Dr. Bawumia as enemy of the MPP. The MPP is one. The MPP believes in choice. And if anybody has any reservations about that, somebody going to support somebody else, a person can live with it. We believe in the ideals of this party. As young men, we have sacrificed everything we have for this great party, and we are willing to help Dr. Bawumia win. And whatever anybody says anywhere, then the person do not understand or appreciate the MPP, the very chemistry of the MPP. The person do not understand that.
They say that there are cracks within your party. Do you believe that those cracks can be healed?
Well, I think that after every competition, there may be some bruises, but the most important thing is for all of us to appreciate the fact that after competition, there ought to be cooperation. And that is what we are looking forward to that every member of the NPP, irrespective of who you supported, should be willing and ready to support the presidential candidate, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. What is also important is that those who supported Dr. Bawumia must also learn to be magnanimous. I've seen on TikTok some few guys trying to, say one or two things. I think these are early days yet. These are honeymoon periods. Would allow them, but they should learn the party and appreciate what this party is made of, and the fact that at every level of this party, there has always been competition, and that if people engage in competition, they are not enemies, and that such people should even be brought on board for them to help secure victory.
Thank you so much, Davis OPK.
Thank you,
Member of Parliament from Price. So he was on the Dr. Brian Champong campaign team ahead of the MPP presidential primaries, which ended on Saturday with Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia retaining the flag of the NPP. This is Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. From the NPP, let's go to the NDC, and the party's youth in Kpandai in the northern region have staged a demonstration registering their displeasure over the Supreme Court's decision that quashed a Tamale High Court ruling ordering a rerun of the 2024 parliamentary polls in the constituency. The youth argue that the issue presented to the court was the Gazette, and therefore the court's decision to quash the High Court ruling is a major concern to them. They want national executives of the party to seek a review of the ruling, warning that failure to do so could affect the party's activities in Kpandai. Channel 1 News' Northern Regional Correspondent Mohammed Aminu M. Alabira has more in the following report.
The youth of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, in the Kpandai constituency on Monday morning poured onto the streets of Kpandai to protest the Supreme Court's decision on the Kpandai parliamentary rerun. The protest began at the party's constituency office, where some properties were destroyed. The youth threatened to cause further damage but were restrained by some elders within the group. Their main demand is that the party's national executive file for a review of the Supreme Court's decision. They insist that, based on the outcome of the last elections, Honorable Matthew did not win, and they are therefore warning the national executive that failure to seek a review could negatively affect the party's activities in the constituency. The leader of the group, Stephen Bondo, addressed the media after the protest, explaining the reasons for their action.
We respectfully await the reasoned decision of the Supreme Court scheduled for 6 February 2026. Should the reasoning raise further constitutional questions, the law is to provide mechanisms such as judicial review, clarification application, constitutional interpretation. Invoking these remedies were advised by Council does not amount to disrespect, but rather to demonstrate faith in the judicial system. Immediate legal review by NDC National Legal Directorate. Protection of democratic integrity in Kpandai. We remain committed to peace, legality, and constitutionalism. But peace must never be confused with silence in the face of injustice. Kpandai deserves justice. Democracy demands truth. The law must prevail.
Some members of the youth also shared their views.
They should go for the review. We have no issue with them. Other than that, we the youth of Kpandai, NDC, we are saying there's no more NDC. Kpandai! We don't want anything. They shouldn't set the seat. They shouldn't tell us that we have majority in Parliament for that matter. They don't need Parliament again. The candidate we have, Insala, is the right person now. And we need him. They should work and they should get up and do the right thing for Insala and NDC in Kpandai. We the youth are not comfortable with what is happening.
The will of the people should not be subverted. As they are saying, Matthew should lead the people. The people of Kpandai doesn't want Matthew. That is why they didn't vote for him. So we want them to know that where they mean they have passed through to declare the election for Matthew, and they are saying the MP today. We want to assure them that if they don't work on it, the next election We, the NDC here, will not campaign. We will also wait till election day, then we will do whatever we want to do to go to parliament. If the leadership agree that way, they should prepare, and that is what will happen in Kpandai.
Now, the month-long decongestion exercise by the Accra Metropolitan Assembly AMA is expected to be extended to other metropolitan, municipal and district areas across the Greater Accra region. According to the Mayor of Accra, Michael Kpandai, the exercise is aimed at clearing traders from pavements to ensure the free movement of pedestrians.
The Accra Metropolitan Assembly has commenced a month-long decongestion exercise in the Central Business District of Accra. The exercise forms part of renewed enforcement efforts against encroachment on public land and ultimately to decongest the city. On day 2, the AMA task force visited the Kimbo Senior High School area, where traders were directed to operate strictly behind the lines demarcated by the assembly. The mayor of Accra, Michael Kpandai, who led the task force, explained that a one-year moratorium during which period notices were served had expired.
As a grace period of 1 year, I just tried to put a lot of human face in it. But now I've educated them, I have talked to them, I've had a lot of dialogues with them. So now they understand. If you can watch, the pavements are cleared. And I don't think, as I said, when I started the last year, I think it wasn't a 9-day wonder that I'm going to do this and stop. I'll make sure, so I clear the pavement for the people to walk on it. I'll do it.
He added that the decongestion exercise will be extended to other metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies across the Greater Accra region. He also issued warnings for voluntary compliance to avoid forced removal.
This exercise, we are not done. This exercise is continuing. Kaneshi, Abosokai, I'm working with my brother there, the MCE there. I'm working with my brother at Ayawaso Central. I'm working with my brother at Labadi. We are working for Lukote. We are all working together as a team. So this is not just Accra Metro decongestion. Tomorrow we are going to Abubushi. And next tomorrow we are going to Kaneshi, which we are working together.
Now, barely a week after fire destroyed the girls' dormitory of the Northern Business Senior High School, Nobisco in Tamale, the Tolon Senior High School has suffered a similar casualty. The school on Monday had its girls' dormitory destroyed by fire, leaving students stranded. The incident displaced about 346 students, out of which 147 were severely affected. Most of the affected students lost all their belongings, including the recently distributed tablets for senior high school students nationwide. Our Northern Bureau Chief is Shawana Yusuf, and she has more from Tolon.
Of the 2-story buildings housing the girls' dormitory, 5 rooms on the top floor of one block were completely destroyed. The fire affected 3 rooms belonging to the Gbewa house, 1 room from Ferguson house, and 1 room from Tolongna house. The fire, which started at about 7:20 a.m. on Monday, caused extensive damage to the already overcrowded dormitory. Speaking to Channel 1 News, some of the affected students expressed frustration over the incident and called for urgent intervention from authorities and philanthropists.
This fire happened this morning. We were at assembly when it happened, so they started crying that fire. We don't know actually what it started doing. So by the time we arrived, it already affected the 2 rooms, the baby's packaging room and that room there. I myself, I have lost everything, even with the one I'm wearing and the one that I took in to go to school, my bag, my school bag, even all the books have burned. And we are the one writing this year. Need their help, because if they didn't do anything to us, we can't write the exam. Even the tablet that government provide for us, all of them, they are gone. We don't have anything else. So government, please, we are begging you to come and help us. Provide us new dormitory, new books, and the tablets too, so that we can learn. We are the final students. We don't have any books to learn again.
Following the incident, the Northern Regional Minister, in the company of the Northern Regional Director of Education and the Deputy Administrator of Get Fund visited a school to gather first-hand information on the fire outbreak. In an interview, the Minister, Ali Adolf John, expressed concern over the recent spate of fire outbreaks affecting second-cycle institutions in the region. He disclosed that an extended exit will be granted to the 147 students who were badly affected by the fire and lost all their belongings, allowing them to go home and return in a week.
The Regional Director of Education, District Director, and then the Headmaster have decided that we'll do a similar thing here. Those who are severely affected will be given some form of external exit so that they can go home and then prepare a bit and then come back within 1 week. And I'm sure within this 1 week period, the headmaster and his able lieutenants around him would have found some temporary way of handling them when they come back. Those who are around, we will find an alternative at all costs to see how we can manage the housing situation for them.
Meanwhile, the Northern Regional Public Relations Office of the Ghana National Fire Service, ADO1 Hudu Baba, disclosed that it took firefighters over 20 minutes to travel from Tamale to respond to the fire due to the absence of a fire tender in the Tolon district. He therefore appealed for the district to be equipped with its own fire tender to enhance rapid response to fire emergencies.
Approximately, we use 20 minutes for the first fire tender to get to the scene here. And this means that fire response, when you look at the standard, it should be 5 to 8 minutes. But due to the fact that Tolon district, though has a fire station, but yet to get a fire tender. And that is the reason why we have to travel from this distance to Tolon. And so it's left to the authorities. We recall during the 2026 budget, the government actually captured fire service to procure 100 fire tenders. And that is what we are waiting for.
Meanwhile, the absence of a fire tender also in the Tolon district made the response time a bit extensive, as the fire tender had to travel from the Tamale township all the way to Tolon to fight the fire. For Channel 1 News, I am Shawana Yusuf reporting from the Tolon Senior High School here in the Tolon district.
Let's remain with fire-related issues. Come downwards to the Ashanti region, and the regional command of the Ghana National Fire Service there says it recorded 132 fire incidents between January 1 and 31, 2026, a reduction from 187 cases reported during the same period in 2025. Officials say the figures indicate an improvement in fire prevention and response efforts across the region, stressing that there is the Ashanti Regional Command of the Ghana National Fire Service. It's recorded 132 fires. I beg your pardon. Let me tell you, let me bring you this report that has been put together by our correspondent in the region.
The Ashanti region has witnessed a troubling rise in major fire outbreaks. On Sunday night, January 25, 2026, fire ravaged stores and mechanical garages at Sofolai Magazine, destroying spare parts, equipment, and vehicles under repair. A day later, on Monday night, January 26, another blaze gutted the Agna market near Afokwanta, reducing several shops and goods to ashes. The third incident within the week occurred on Wednesday, January 28, around 1 p.m., destroying market structures and affecting nearby homes, displacing several residents. Speaking to Channel 1 News, the Ashanti Regional Fire Command PRO, DO2 Kpandai, admitted that some high-profile fire outbreaks recorded this year have raised public concern, particularly due to the scale of damage caused to markets, shops, and properties.
The damage one fire can cause, you cannot imagine what one fire can cause. So the command reducing it by this is significant. The issue is that this year we've recorded some high-profile fires that is actually raising a lot of concern. But the command is putting in a number of strategies to further reduce the fires that we are recording in the region.
DO2 Kpandai lamented that much of the equipment used in the line of duty is outdated, a situation they say continues to hinder the effective discharge of their duties.
The tenders we have now are very old. We are managing them, and we are always, our technical team is always ready to move in once there's the slightest fault to work on it so that it can be in a state of readiness to be able to serve us. It's about time we get new ones in the system to be able to help us work well. Because ideally, the tender should serve us for between 5 and 7 years. But the ones we have now are over 10 years, some are even 15 years, some even go beyond the years I'm mentioning.
For Channel 1 News, I am Bright Yeboah.
And here in our studios at number 5, Ola Hansen in Atesano in Accra, I am Umaru Sandama. You're watching Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. Still ahead, National Petroleum Authority NPA announces new fuel prices floors, but industry players say it offers little relief. More on that in a jiffy. Please stay with us.
Are you planning to relocate from your company office or house, whether across cities to another town or halfway around the country? You want a moving company you can depend on to get you there? Let me introduce you to Logistics Movers. We are here to help you every step of the way, from planning the move to unpacking the last box and settling into your office or home. We have the expertise, experience, and market understanding and offer fast, reliable, and professional transportation services in Ghana. Our main thrust is to successfully move your business, household items safely, on time, and hassle-free. You can call us on 0246 833 539 or 0244 342 465. You can also send us an email to info@logisticsmovers.com or check our website www.logisticsmovers.com. Why expose your company or household items to theft or damages when you are relocating if it's avoidable? Logistics Movers, we help you relocate.
Welcome to The Point of View. This is your favorite current affairs show here on Channel 1 Television. On The Point of View, we pick the right topics, get the right guests, and ask them relevant questions on issues that matter to you.
With the complexities of the issues happening around us on a daily basis, it's the hard-hitting conversations and the probing questions of The Point of View.
So what is the Public Account Committee's job?
So what we do is to scrutinize, clarify, and find out why certain infractions have been made.
What do these IMF programs try to do?
The current program is for budget support.
Okay.
There are no projects attached.
That teases apart the twisted entanglements of politics and governance, as well as religious and social discourse. The Point of View brings you the policymakers and duty bearers and drills down to the very bottom of issue.
What authority do you have?
The Point of View airs every Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
You're welcome back. Up next is Channel 1 Business with Netili Neti Ajaho. And it's now time for Business Net. What do you have for us?
The NPA has increased the price floors for OMCs to sell floor prices, and some stakeholders within the sector are criticizing the sector. Yeah.
What matters is that we want the price to keep going down. But you read the news for us.
Okay, let's get straight to our stories. And the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers Ghana says the NPA's new floor price floors give little relief to consumers and could lock in higher prices across the market. This comes after the regulator announced an increase in benchmarks for petroleum products for the first pricing window in February. There's more details in this report by Daniel Sakiti.
For the current pricing window, the MPA has raised the petrol price floor to 9 cedis 99 pesos per litre from 9 cedis 80 pesos, while diesel has been adjusted upward to 10 cedis 95 pesos per litre from 10 cedis 47 pesos. State-owned Guel has moved quickly to align with the new benchmarks, selling petrol at 9 cedis 99 pesos per litre at 200 stations nationwide. Executive Secretary of COPEC, Duncan Amwa, says the price floor policy is undermining competition among OMCs and limiting the pass-through of cost reductions to consumers.
You cannot deregulate and on another hand seek to insist that as for selling below a certain price, I will not allow you. But when you sell above it, that's okay. There's no ceiling, but there's a floor. That again reinforces our earlier conversation that this whole price floor thing is needless.
Meanwhile, some drivers, while concerned about the latest marginal increases, say current prices remain relatively better than in previous years, but are calling for greater stability in the downstream petroleum market.
Years back, it was crazy, I understand. But now, even though that 1 CD energy what tax on it, but it's still better. Looking at this, some are selling it 9.9, others 10, but still it's good.
The Minister of Finance, Dr. Kasiala Toforsen, says the $22.6 million World Bank loan for the West Africa Food System Resilience Project will strengthen food security and address key structural challenges in Ghana's agric sector. He made the remarks during a tour of the Golden Exotics Limited, a local banana production and export company, as well as rice farms in Pung and Isuchari in the Eastern and Greater Accra regions. Here is more.
The West Africa Food System Resilience Project, a government-led initiative, is aimed at improving farmers' access to reliable weather and climate advisory services through digital information platforms. The project also focuses on intensifying the production of maize, rice, soybean, tomato, and poultry. Speaking during the tour, the finance minister noted that the loan facility would go a long way in addressing key challenges in the agric sector.
Let me thank the World Bank for the assistance and allocating some loan facility to the government of Ghana for us to be able to tap in to develop our agriculture sector. I think the sector that over the years has been struggling. But to you farmers, let me assure you that your concerns that you've just, through me, asked me to inform the president, particularly regarding the fact that some of your products you are not able to have market for them. I want to assure you that His Excellency the President has directed that school feeding program in particular be only, they should buy made in Ghana food to be able to use to feed our school children.
Meanwhile, the World Bank's Division Director for Ghana, Liberia and Sierra Leone, Robert Talieso, said the intervention underscores the bank's commitment to supporting government priorities in the agric sector.
The agriculture sector in Ghana is about a fifth of GDP currently, and it accounts for over a third of employment in Ghana. So very critical sector for the future of Ghana, but there's much more that can be done. We hear when we talk to private sector, what are the constraints? Infrastructure is the thing that keeps coming up. Investments in irrigation, investments in roads, farm-to-market roads, etc. And so the bank is committed to providing support to the government of Ghana to address some of these constraints in infrastructure.
Let's now bring an update on how the currency is performing on the interbank market. And that's all for business. I am Neteli Neti Ajahu. Back to you, Sanda.
Thank you so much, Annette. To some other stories now, and Ghana's railway sector is set for a major boost as the Railway Development Authority unveils a new master plan to connect key cities. Channel 1 News' Jude Duncan was at the unveiling and filed this report.
The Ghana Railway Development Authority, GRDA, has unveiled a new railway master plan aimed at connecting major cities across the country. According to the Chief Executive Officer of the GRDA, Dr. Frederick Apo, the plan is intended to promote efficient movement of cargo and passengers by providing a reliable alternative transport system.
This master plan largely look at how we can provide incentives and return on investment. Return on investment can largely come about through what I call connecting the railway to our mining sectors. We have got what we got bulk transportations in our mining sector, manganese. We have bauxite, we have iron, and we have roughly also what we call cocoa producing areas. Just to give you a tip of the iceberg, I spoke about passenger service not paying. So this is the new Ghana Master Plan 2026. We are going to run this on a road show, and the hope is that this will help attract private investors to the country. The good news is that this has been done in tandem with GIADIC and GISDEC. So we are now working with our three sister mining organizations or agencies to arrive at this. So this provides not just something for the railway, but of course it gives an idea of what will incentivize people or investors to come and invest billions of dollars in the railway infrastructure as compared to road.
Speaking at a press engagement to brief the public on the authority's activity, Dr. Frederick Apo disclosed that efforts are underway to significantly improve Ghana's railway infrastructure. He revealed that the construction works on the Western Railway line have resumed. He further noted that the Tema in Kpandai Railway Transport Service has also begun operation.
The Tema to Kpandai line will be operated as open access freight, or open access line. What does that simply mean in real term? What it simply means is that government cannot develop and at the same time operate efficiently. It is important that we vertically separate the operation from the construction. So we have introduced what we call open access model. The open access model simply means that government will develop the infrastructure and we are going to encourage private sector participation in the operation. So last year we've commenced, and GRDA is proud to say that at the moment we have engaged with at least 4 prospective private sector companies who are keen on operating the locomotives on the Tema to Kpandai line. So,
responding to questions from journalists, Dr. Apo dismissed calls for the introduction of sky trains or monorails, insisting that the current railway development strategy remains the most practical option.
Now, the Minister for the Interior, Mohammed Muntaka Mubarak, has reaffirmed government's commitment to retooling state security institutions to enhance rapid response and operational effectiveness across the country. He said government's deliberate efforts to equip state security agencies by providing critical logistics form part of a broader national strategy to strengthen national security. Channel 1 News' Christopher Kevin Esima has more in this report.
Speaking at a ceremony to formally commission 10 new Nissan Navara pickup vehicles for the Narcotics Controls Commission, Interior Minister Mohammed Muntaka Mubarak explained that the interventions are aimed at boosting the Commission's operational capacity by improving mobility, response time, and overall effectiveness in the fight against drug trafficking and related crimes. The narcotics market continues to evolve, with tramadol now accounts for 23% of seized substances.
The government of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has stepped up its support to the Narcotics Control Commission as part of a broader effort to strengthen the national security, protect public health, and disrupt organized criminal networks. The government remains focused on building capable, professional, and well-resourced security institutions.
The minister says recent enforcement outcomes clearly demonstrate that government support for the Narcotics Control Commission is yielding results.
Between 2024 and 2025, arrests increased from 56 to 158 cases, representing a 182% rise, with enforcement outcomes strengthening consistently throughout 2025. During the same period, officers seized 840 kilograms of cannabis and 341 kilograms of cocaine, confirming Ghana's active role in detecting and disrupting international drug trafficking.
So this is one of 10 Nissan pickups that the Interior Ministry has donated to the Narcotics Control Commission. The minister during the donation urged the Narcotics Control Commission to make judicious use of these vehicles to beef up their operations. Reporting for Channel 1 News, I am Christopher Kevin Asima.
Now, government has awarded the deplorable Kaswa to Nyanyano Road to a contractor for construction following repeated reports by Channel 1 TV. The move has brought joy to the people of Nyanyano and its adjoining communities. While the contractor begins work, traditional leaders as well as residents of the community have urged government to honor all financial obligations to ensure that the work is completely done. Central Regional Correspondent Akwesiado has more in this report.
The deplorable nature of the road hampered the movement of goods and people, particularly during the rainy season. Apart from not being able to meet their daily sales, commercial transport operators also had their revenue mostly channeled to maintenance of their vehicles. Drivers say the construction of the road has come at the right time.
Especially in Suta, more insurance, more pant. My car has so and it was a science and China a week into a more boy quite brace. The best room of pass is here or my matches on Bayano. More Munja or Moyamay.
The award of contract comes after repeated reports by Channel 1 TV. Some residents of the community could not hide their joy when the contractor was introduced to them by authorities.
You did home come off first, and I did a dream, papa, now. Say Yamia Dominus and de Wobabaya or Henijism. Near Shosudania, Wobayi Bianson, which me a year good in Ama Gumwayano, na aye Nijamaye.
And that's the only papa, where you seem the on ye day in Canada. Oba starts in a Wobas Sanda Ukraine. Yako market a bread. Your bread pa Bimu say, Obimpo in your kiss. That's why you call hospital. No worry, fair now. And we there, or brand sana, we could be mumpo, one call if you want him.
Opinion leaders believe the construction of the road will revive collapsed businesses and also save residents from diseases.
Sir, Mfuntuma, no bogu, especially one road in left side, no. Or brapa papa. And drivers and complain bebre, once I mean there. Abribiano, Cassin says, ma.
Traditional leaders of Gumwanyanyano could not hide their joy and expressed gratitude to Channel 1 News for highlighting their challenge.
What they call Channel 1 and City News, I mean, their reportage, what they did, and I believe has yielded such result, and we commend them. The road which we've been talking about it for years has finally been given to contract.
However, they have called on government to ensure that all financial obligations are honored in order to prevent a similar situation that occurred some years back when construction of the road came to a complete halt.
We are saying that it shouldn't be like before, which they like they give the contract to a contractor and no money given to the contractor. I mean, it will stall the progress of the road. So they should, as they have said, it's been given to contract, it must be on record so that they will start it and finish it.
The Member of Parliament for the Gomoa East constituency, Desmond de Graft Peitu, assured that all necessary fundings will be provided in time to ensure a smooth construction process.
This road, the contractor who has come to construct it, I can assure you, he will finish and he will be paid. He will not run away like those one who just ran away. So I want the chiefs to be rest assured, as I told them, that this road has started today, tomorrow, or any other day. So shall it be completed under the administration of John Mahama.
Residents can now have a sigh of relief, but they are appealing to government to ensure that this time around the road is fully constructed. For the Channel 1 Newsroom, I am Akwesi Ado, Gomuanyanyano, Central Region.
You're still watching Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. Still ahead. It's a year since the passing of devoted Kumasi Ashanti Kotoko supporter Nana Pooley, and the team is still demanding for justice. More on that when we return. Please stay with us.
Watching DSTV means getting the TV you love, but staying connected means getting something extra. Stunning! Extra matches, extra dramas, the best local and the world's biggest. Extra laughter, music, movies, and extra vim. I love it. Just stay connected or reconnect and get upgraded to the next higher package at no extra cost. Charlie, we got you. Keep watching. Get more with DSTV.
The pressure to keep going, to keep being the strong one, to keep saying, I can do it, even when you know it will break you. This week, we tackle the silent killer, burnout.
Hello, my dear friend. This is Fred Cranchimans, and I welcome you to Lifeline, where psychology meets theology to answer life's complex issues. Today we are talking about something very important. Burnout. Yeah. What is burnout?
Burnout is beyond tiredness. Okay. It's emotional, physical, psychological, spiritual exhaustion. In Fanti, they call it matobao. It's like a niggling thing underneath your skin that won't come out. And many people go like, but go and rest, or go and take a vacation. It goes beyond that.
Join Lifeline this and every Thursday at 10 p.m. for an insightful and thought-provoking episode with Bishop Crunchy Mensa, right here on Channel 1 TV.
We are gearing up for the trip of a lifetime. Heritage Caravan 2026. From 1st to 8th March 2026, 8 days, 14 regions, 1 legendary caravan. We're touring Ghana in the most spectacular way on the Heritage Caravan, exploring the beauty, history, and stories that make our nation unique. Rolling out from Greater Accra through Eastern and OT, up north to the Northern and Upper East, and all the way to the Western region, hitting iconic destinations across Ghana. The Heritage Caravan 2026 will be fun, educative, refreshing, and most of all, remarkable. Stay connected. Follow Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM across all social media platforms for updates, and join the conversation using the hashtag Heritage Caravan 2026. The Heritage Caravan 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from City FM, and it's proudly sponsored by Hollard Insurance, FIFA Beverages, Omni Basic Bank, Caveman Watches, Gino, and Didi Shito, and it's supported by Nanes Rice. Heritage Caravan 2026, experience Ghana like never before.
entries have poured in from communities all across the country, and the energy is off the charts. The quest to uncover the most deserving stories has kicked into high gear. Stay tuned for the thrilling reveal and the grand celebration of our esteemed 10 Channel 1 TV community legends. Only on Channel 1 TV.
You're welcome back. Up next is Channel 1 Sports with Bernard Abekwache. Welcome, Abeko. What do you have for us in sports?
We can talk about that tragic incident that occurred a year ago.
Sad. Please give us that.
Sad experience it is, but let's get into it. Kumasi Asante Kotoko is calling for justice following the death of a devoted supporter, Francis Yao Frimpong, also known as Nana Pooley, on this day last year during a league match against the now defunct Nswatraman FC. There is more in this report by Channel 1 Sports, Julio Ashirfi Amwa.
A devoted supporter of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, he lost his life after violent clashes at a Ghana Premier League match in Nswatre on 2nd February 2025, a loss that shook the nation's football family. His passion for the beautiful game made him a familiar face in the stands and on social media, a reminder of what football should be.
When that singular act happened in Nswatraman or Nswatre, there was a human being with that person who used the knife or whatever it is to take the life of Nana Pooley. That person must be honest. That person who was the killer must be honest and come out to tell us where the killer is.
Following Pooley's death, the Ghana Football Association condemned the violence and banned Nswatraman FC from using its home venue, initiating investigations and calling for justice and stronger security measures. Leaders in football urged unity and reminded fans that violence has no place in the game.
Football no there. Protocol there It could be a grown will be second. That's one person. They say a branch ya sheda say ye ko wona sika jo ti message say hwemu bia wo say ye bia nya na obi antimi mfa tumi nhyere nsem.
Despite these promises, voices from clubs and security experts continue to warn that hooliganism remains a threat to Ghana's league and the safety of supporters. On Monday, February 2nd, 2026, Kotoko released a statement saying that justice delayed is not denied, acknowledging the ongoing grief caused by his absence, and includes a call for justice and a renewed commitment to ensuring safe and unified environment at games free from violence.
Told your wife, your family, said, I'm going to watch football, and you didn't come back. It's very, very sad. As a family and as a football fan, I'm very, very sad. Yeah, I'm a true Kotoko fan. That's the reason why nowadays a lot of people don't attend football matches. Yes, that is the issue. That is the issue. Because when I go, my wife or my family will say, don't go. You see what happened last year. Yeah, so I won't go. Frankly, I won't go. It's very, very sad.
From the point of view of Pooley's death, it has caused a lot in Ghana football. Even now, the motivation for Kotoko fans to even follow their teams to travel to different locations has become a problem.
Standing here 1 year on, the passing of Nana Pooley still lives heavily on the hearts of many Ghana fans. But unfortunately, the concerns of his passing is still rampant in Ghana football. For now, all eyes are on the GFA to make things right. For Channel 1 News, I am Julio Ashirfi Amwa.
Let's travel international now because the president of the World Football's governing body, FIFA, Gianni Infantino, has issued an apology to British football fans after one of his recent remarks sparked criticisms. Last month, Infantino joked for the first time in history, no Brits was arrested during a World Cup. The comment was widely described by the Football Supporters Association as a cheap joke. Speaking to Sky Sports, Infantino explained that the remark was made in a light-hearted manner and apologized to anyone who was offended.
First of all, I use the word Brit. You know, that no Brit was arrested at the World Cup.
So you offended the whole...
So I offended, the Scots, the Welsh and the Northern Irish, so I need to first apologize I apologize. It was meant to be more of a light-hearted remark to show that actually, the World Cup in Qatar was a celebration, was a peaceful event, and everyone came together in a peaceful way.
Well, that's the very latest from the world of sport, and I am Bernard Abegoji.
Thank you so much, Bernard, for the sport. And that's how we end today's edition of the Channel One Newsroom. Before we go, a recap of our headline stories.